Hey everybody, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike. We're going to do a weekly What's in the Redbox section.
We are on the verge of a global pandemic.
And what that is we're going to talk about what you should spend your dollar on, what you shouldn't spend your dollar on.
What do you think? You like my exquisite erection? Do you like my erection selection?
Let's start off with the pick of the week that even I won't fucking watch, Mom's Night Out. It's got Trace Adkins in it. It's got Sean Astin in it. I read that. Not gonna watch that movie. Next up we have Cabin Fever, Patient Zero.
You are the only known carrier of this virus. That makes you Patient Zero.
Cabin Fever, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's got everything horror, fun times, goodness, actually some scares, and actually some really funny shit, and sweet loot from Grind. But yeah, the second one comes out and I watch it and honestly I don't remember a fucking thing about it. It was in a school, I think. It stars Sean Astin, Rudy.
You can't just keep experimenting on me.
There's some really good gross out stuff in this one. There's a couple moments where you're just like, oh, fucking sheep balls and salads.
What happened?
I think Penny's sick.
Listen, Penny needs help. There was a structure on the north side of the island. It's worth a shot.
Hey, Mark! Is anybody there? We need medical attention.
Sometimes it makes you do that, and that's what you want for a movie like this. You remember the scene in Cabin Fever when she's shaving her legs and she's got that goddamn razor and then the skin comes off and you can hear the... I hated that shit. And this has a couple of those scenes, nothing that great. It does the same thing as the first one did in a way, just not as well. It goes from trying to be kind of scary to grossing you out to being kind of funny to being fucking ridiculous. And by ridiculous I mean at one point someone's face gets smashed in with a black dildo. That's not a joke. And when that happens, the movie goes up a little bit in my book, because hey, at least it's original. The motives of the characters and the characters are just absolutely atrocious, but you don't go to see this for character plot.
Last night of freedom with the old crew, full of deer, sun, and virgin bitches. Beaches.
I'll give it a slight thumbs up. I'll say it's totally worth the dollar if you want to laugh and just watch a stupid ass movie. Worth your dollar. Worth your dollar. Just barely. So the rating for Cabin Fever Patient Zero is fucking terrible, gory good time. Next up we have what would be my pick of the week. My favorite movie that came out of Redbox this week would be Draft Day.
Let's get busy.
Now if you don't like football, this gets a zero. You're not gonna fucking like this movie more than likely. But if you're an NFL fan, if you're a football fan, you gotta watch this movie. All I wanted to do was play Madden and general manage my team the whole time I was watching this. I got so pumped up to like start a season with the shitty Browns and build them up and make them awesome that it hurt my inside.
The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock.
It's go time, boss. You're going rogue.
Who are you gonna take?
What's happening?
Who you picking?
It's this cool little insights to the draft, even though it's a little bit unrealistic, that shit would probably never happen. On some far off movie planet, it could happen, I guess, sorta, probably not, ever. But if Kevin Costner's awesome, he's Kevin Costner.
Haven't I proved that already?
Jennifer Garner's looking hot in this movie. Now they're a love interest together, and when they kiss, it's really weird, and I wonder if Ben Affleck gets pissed off, but she's like half his age, and it's strange, but you know, he's the cuss. I just said that. If you're a fan of football, definitely check this movie out. I'm gonna give it an 8.0, you fucking pancake eater. Next up, we got Mostly Ghostly.
For Max Doyle, high school isn't easy. He has to deal with his brother.
Something, bigger boy. Oh, hey!
R.L. Stein. Now, if you have a kid and they're not old enough to watch scary movies, but you're in a Halloween movie, a lot of times the best thing to do is go and find Goosebumps somewhere. I remember the kid with the goblin mask or whatever. I can't remember if that's the exact one. But you guys remember, if you're in my age group, loving the damn Goosebumps books. Like if you see Goosebumps if you see Goosebumps books at like a Walmart or a Goodwill or something like that, it literally fills your butt with nostalgia. All the titles, all the good times. Half of us didn't read them. We just looked at the covers and made our parents buy them anyway. Some of us did read them. I read a couple. It doesn't have the actual Goosebumps title, but the fuck, I mean, I might as well say Goosebumps on it. But I'll say this movie made me laugh. Like, I laughed several times. My wife didn't laugh. She looked at me like I was a fucking idiot because me and the kid were laughing, and she's like, actually, the truth is, she was like, you're laughing at parts the kid doesn't even think is funny.
Oh, look how cute he is.
Cammy, I didn't know you felt that way.
I was talking about the dog.
Super corny, over the top, magooish, but it's Goosebumps. So if you like any of the other Goosebumps movies, you'll probably like this. I don't know why I gotta say goose like I'm saying goose goose. A slap at the best. I enjoyed it. I laughed a few times at it. It's a terrible story. It's this crazy, like, this guy who's dead and wears a stupid mask, is over the top, tries to summon dead people to make them possess this kid to give him his superpowered ring because he took out his dad and made him a ghost because he was a ghost hunter, and then his kids escaped, but they're trying to bring the dad back. But the kid also likes this girl, but his dad thinks that he has a cat, but his brother did it, and his brother. The story is way too confusing for this to be such a dumb movie, and it is, and it's probably not that confusing. Maybe I'm just slow. Yeah, the story's dumb, but the characters are really likable, and the acting compared to like the old Goosebumps show, which you can watch on Netflix, is way better in this than it was in that. Like, it's still terrible, and the writing's atrocious, but the characters are really, really likable for the most part. I didn't like the two ghost kids.
From the light of Earth, the dark descends. Should they return? That all depends.
Mostly ghostly. Have you met my ghoul friend?
If you have a kid and you're in the Halloween movie, you're buying all your pumpkin flavored shit. And you got your pumpkin candles on, even though it's the 1st of September, you're ready for Halloween like I am, and you got kids, and you just want an excuse to watch a horror movie during the daytime because you don't have time to do shit when they go to bed. Definitely pick up this movie and give it your dollar. Goosebumps gets a 1.0 as a regular movie, but a 7.5 as a Goosebumps movie. If you can stand the shitty kindergarten creepiness that is Goosebumps, then you'll like this too. Next up we have They Came Together. I was shocked as shit to see this movie had a positive score on Rotten Tomatoes. Paul Rudd, I fucking love Paul Rudd.
You gonna take that dick, I'm gonna pop off a piece of my dick.
Sometimes he's in terrible rom-com movies and you just gotta look past them. I had no idea what to expect. I mean, I just figured from the cover it was just a corny rom-com movie. So me and my wife put it in.
I'm gonna put my dick in. I'm gonna put my dick in.
Then it turns out that this movie is making fun of all the other romantic comedy movies. All the shit that annoys you when like you're a seasoned movie watcher and you're forced to watch a shitty fucking Katherine Heigl movie, they make fun of all that shit. And it sounds like that'd be really funny and you'd like it. It's unlikable for some damn reason. I like the cast, I like who's in it, I like the idea. I laughed a couple times, but it's just way too, I'm gonna pull it out again, magoo. It's just corny and hokey. I don't know, I just did not like the jokes in it. The jokes fell flat to me. I didn't like the movie. This one gets, I didn't even make it through that shit. And when they make fun of the comedy movies, there's moments of, oh yeah, that is true, and that's pretty funny. But then they try to do this over-the-top joke, and you don't laugh, and it's just that awkward silence, and you don't want that when you're watching a movie. And lastly, as I get kind of sweaty and perspirate, we have Oculus. Now, if you want to see a full review for Oculus, I'll put a link in the description, and there will be one at the end of this video where you can go and watch me and Jay pick that movie to shit apart. I think I gave it around a 6.0 or something like that. It's not a bad movie at all. It's just not going to scare the crap out of you. It's not a horror movie that you'll really remember much of it. It's not a horror movie. God damn it! It's not a horror movie that you'll It's not a horror movie that you'll really remember, that'll really stick with you, in my opinion. It's got some smart writing, it's got some cool ideas and some good acting in it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's not gonna wow you or knock your socks off. It just depends on what you want. If you're a seasoned horror fan, you love horror movies, and you just want something that's gonna shock you and be a fun time that you're gonna laugh at and be over the top, then I would go Cabin Fever. I would go get that one. But if you're on a Saturday night date with your lady friend and she's like, I want to see something scary, or you're in the mood for an actual serious horror movie that at least has a chance to scare you, then I would go with Oculus. I don't know if it reaches the goals. I don't know if it makes the team. There's a There's a full review of Oculus down in the description box, or an annotation, or at the end of the video. I don't know. But we'll have our full review that me and Jay did of Oculus on the video at the end of the video for sure. Fuck me. Guys, I hope you liked our new show. We'll be back next week with another one. What's your pick? What are you gonna watch this week on Redbox? If you don't give a shit about Redbox, then talk about Goosebumps or something else. Just comment on one of the movies down below, guys. Always love reading you guys' comments. And click subscribe, like, share this video, check us out on Facebook for shit you can't get here. And I'm Mike from We Watch the Movie. We'll see you next week with another one.
With my dick.
We watched a movie. Yeah.